Everyone, welcome to yet another exciting episode of Girls with Voices. We're excited to be here. My name is Natasha Msabane, and with me in the studio, I'm with Tsele.
Hi.
I'm also with Michelle.
Hi, everyone.
Patience.
Hi, everyone.
And Lolo.
Hello.
So today, ladies, I'm happy that you're here. We're going to talk about a very, very special topic that is very close to home here in Zimbabwe, here in Africa. It's something that happens almost everywhere. It's something that we don't choose. So generally, we have different types of families. We have business families, religious families, you name it. Our whole music families, you see. But there's a family that's in our society that doesn't have one thing that most of these families have. And that is maybe the presence of a guardian or the presence of a parent. That's a child-headed family. So I want to know from you exactly what you think a child-headed family is like, because we come from different societies, and I'm pretty sure you've come across this or you've seen it. What do you guys think a child-headed family is?
Okay, from the word go, child-headed family, I think it's more like it's self-explanatory in the sense that child-headed, meaning there is no guardian, there is no parent in there. The child is the responsibility of other kids or other siblings that are there.
So children are responsible for each other.
Yes.
All right. What's your take, Lolo?
Okay. A child-headed family, it is a household where the older sibling has to take care of the younger siblings.
Younger siblings.
Yeah.
Okay. Michelle?
For myself, I think the oldest child has to take care of the siblings by going to fend for them, having to look for the money for them.
Okay, so Tsele, this eldest child, it could be a 12-year-old, 15, 17, at any age, and they are also a child, but they now have to take care of their siblings.
So I think it can be anyone.
Okay.
As long as you are under your parents' roof, you are a child, and you're taking care of your siblings.
Okay.
You are a child.
So what we're saying is, when you're not living the life that your age mates or peers are supposed to be living, your peers or age mates are living, when that factor is not there in your life, you are in a child-headed family.
Yes.
You're taking care of your siblings when you're also supposed to be taking care of
yourself.
You're taking care of yourself. You're supposed to be taking care of yourself.
But you're now taking care of others.
Of others.
Because
Alright.
of certain circumstances.
Because of certain circumstances. Okay, so now take me to how then did we end up having this type of a family? Kanti, are there no relatives? Are there no other people who could come into this family's life to intervene, to remove them from being just children taking care of each other? Is it supposed to be that way? How did we end up there?
So, according to my own analysis,
Okay.
relatives are there,
Yes.
but then relatives can be abusive.
All right.
So then the parent who's a migrant, maybe also South Africa, UK, or wherever,
All right.
it's okay, let me just take my kids, maybe ngibarentele somewhere,
All right.
because relatives can
so they
be
rented
abusive.
on their own because this parent is working in South Africa. So that's our first case.
Yes.
A parent is working overseas. They feel that their children are not safe living with relatives.
Mm-hmm.
So they rent these kids elsewhere. They're
where they
staying
can,
alone.
yes, peacefully.
So we're saying it's peaceful now.
Mm.
All right. I want to know
But is
more.
it really peaceful? Are these children like having all the support that they need?
According to my own analysis.
Right.
Plus bengikhulumela kuma relatives because you asked ukuthi
I
khona
want to know.
Okay.
ain't their relatives
Really,
Yeah.
everyone in the whole entire generation of that family is gone. There's no one to take care of these kids, to just take it up upon themselves. All right.
Okay, so what I'm
Okay.
understanding here, I think she's raising 2 points there. Like, migration. There's
Okay,
migration.
migration.
Also, I think we can take a look at the economic situation is the
Alright.
one which is leading to this. Our parents moving to
As
in
a
search of
countries.
greener pastures out there, living as children as
Alright.
child-headed families
to stay alone.
to stay alone.
So do you think when these parents leave these kids to stay alone, is it by choice or it's just like you're saying economic situation? To the extent such that they leave these kids, would they have noted to say, my eldest daughter or son is very responsible, I think I can leave him or her with the siblings?
Yeah, you can say that. Of course, this is not by choice.
Okay.
They are pushing factors. Like we mentioned, the economic situation is pushing our own parents, because I feel like there is no any other parent who would want to live life without having your own children, seeing them growing.
All right.
You see?
Michelle, in your society, I want to understand, have you seen this happening and what are the reasons? Because I'm sure in our different areas, just like Cele has mentioned, it's different. It's different push factors that lead to the creation of a child-headed family. What goes on in your own community?
Yes, we do have child-headed families. And those child-headed families are caused by, as the patient said, are caused by parents moving to the diaspora.
Okay.
And there's this child-headed family whereby the parents die. And then when they die, the relatives don't want to take care of the children.
Okay.
They don't want to put them in their responsibility because they don't want anything.
But do these kids have a place to stay? Did this house belong to their parents?
Yes.
So these kids are a child-headed family that's staying in their own parents' house.
Yes.
So now what happens? Who buys grocery? Who's taking care of who now?
They have to take care of themselves. Some end up doing prostitution,
Okay.
and some end up doing drugs
Okay.
just so they get over the stress.
All right. So before we look at the negatives and, the negatives of staying in a child-headed family, I wanted to know, just give me one more, Lolo, from you. Exactly what is it like in your own community? What are the push factors?
Yeah, mostly we're living in a situation where COVID-19 pandemic is a real problem, So singananzelela indlela i-COVID-19 espreadwa ngayo.
Okay.
Mama uyakhona ukubuya layo ethelele ubaba, then behle befe bonke kawani. Then there was the situation ye-HIV and AIDS, eyabulala abazali abaningi. So khona khona kwakulithi ukuthi abantwana begcine benjani besala sebebodwa endlini. So kunika lo omkhulu kulabo bonke responsibility yokuthi
Alright.
So parental deaths are the major cause of
All right.
child.
So thank you so much, ladies. You've mentioned quite a number of things. I think we looked at COVID-19, HIV, and AIDS. That at the end of the day, we now have a family that's just kids living and taking care of each other. Please catch us on our next episode. We're going to talk about the different challenges that these kids living in a child-headed family are then facing. Because I think I want to know what then is the difference between a child-headed family and a family that lives with their parents, with their Welcome back to Girls with Voices. We are still talking about child-headed families all the way. So, ladies, we talked about, we defined what a child-headed family is. You gave me an insight on exactly how these child-headed families are formed in the first place, right? So now I want to understand exactly what happens then in this family. I want to know the roles, the responsibilities of this firstborn child that you're saying the eldest is then supposed to take care of the younger siblings. So there's no one else who's living with these children. This child now has to take care of the siblings. Are we also not depriving him or her of things that they should have been doing that are being done by maybe his or her own peers?
I think those children are being deprived from the things they should be doing with their
Yes.
kids. Because, well, actually, I'm an example of a child-headed family.
Okay.
I stay with my younger brother. So instead of me going out with friends on a Friday,
You can't go
I
with him.
can't go because kulomntwana endlini omele make sure ukuthi udlile ugezile and usendlini because maybe something might happen.
Okay,
bedlala
all
phansi.
right. Yeah, now I understand. So your safety, his safety is in your hands.
Exactly.
You can't explore the world because you have to be at home to take care of him, to make sure that even if you go out, he doesn't go out as well. All right. But how many of you think like that?
A few.
Just a few. Just a few.
So then at the end of the day, what has this family become? We just have 2 children. This one could wake up one day and decide, you know what, I'm tired. Mom should have been here taking care of you, but because she's not, I can't also steal my youth. You go out. So what therefore are the challenges that these children face as they're living together?
There are a plethora of challenges that this child are going to face. Because, for example, if we take, for instance, your situation, if
Yes.
she becomes tired of my mom was supposed to be taking care of my younger
Yes.
brother, but I'm now doing it. I'm tired. My freedom, my happiness is being deprived.
Okay.
I think she will then go otherwise. I'm not saying here, but most of the people then resort to bad things. For example, prostitution, drug abuse, something like that.
My biggest question is on the economic part of their life.
Okay, we realize ukuthi I'm kuma-child-headed families, auntie.
Yes.
You are the younger. You can be taking care of your younger siblings or your grandmother or your
How are you
son.
taking care?
Yeah,
Where
that's
is
where I'm
the
going.
income coming from?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
where I'm going. Because let's say you're not working, right?
Yes.
So awusebenzi, so kumele ucabange of other plans ukuthi unakekele your siblings, isn't it? So ungumntwana oyinkazana, the options that come into your mind most of the times they're not self, but they bring you money as quick as possible. And so most of the time siyananzelela ukuthi bagcina sebesiya emabhawa, sebesiyagida,
Okay.
bagcina sebesiba ama-prostitute to get the money. So the way they get the income to feed the younger ones is not self. It's not self because
So, Nina, what I think is, yes, ngiyazwisisa ukuthi okay, abanye bayaphuma behambe sebesiyadinga an easy way to get money, right? But I feel like kwabanye it's not always the thing ukuthi bayadinga an easy way. Abanye it becomes a push factor into okay, kumele ngisebenze nzima. Because watching your younger sibling going to bed on an empty stomach, really
It's painful.
yeah,
it's painful.
It
So
is very
it becomes
painful.
a push factor. Uyagcina maybe esenza umsika, edinga imadlanyana yakhe, maybe kube work even harder.
you become
Okay.
responsible.
Okay, so what I'm getting from Kele is that this kind of family, it makes you to be responsible.
Yeah, you can.
It's got a responsibility side.
So
of
somehow
it.
people are being molded or groomed or
or groomed
Yeah,
into
In a way.
in a
Okay.
way. Okay,
Getting
of
it.
course, it's not the way we would have wanted it to go, but the
Yeah,
thing
but-
is, what can you do about it?
nothing.
All right. So, ladies, thank you so much. What then I want to know is, in this childhood family, let's look at the mental health, mental stability of a person in general. I'm just a child. I'm going through different growth phases, puberty, mood swings, you name it. What is it like for a child who now has to take care of another child, yet they're a child? I want you to compare for me between, for example, a nuclear family, a family where there's a parent, where they're both parents and their children. These kids depend on their parents. They have love. Today you can wake up moody and your mom is there to check up on you. What is it like in a child-headed family?
Okay, I think I'll take that one. If you realize in most childhood families, their health is not
It's not as
as,
compared to
yeah, you can say
Okay.
that. they don't have medical aids, if I may say. So if one gets sick, I don't know how they just sneeze on each other, or maybe ask for those general pills that don't really take care of the root cause in the body.
So it's just general medication.
There's malnutrition. The health is not as good as we think it is.
So I'll actually talk on mood swings. I feel like it's a disadvantage to the younger one.
It is.
Because if my younger brother comes to me, happy, if we was on oh, namhle skolo, yeah, this and that happened, yeah, what until
yes.
Ngiyabe ngizamthethisa at all ekugcineni vele like ese down. Unlike ku-nuclear family engafika kimi angithole mayibabo angibambeli.
He can go to someone else.
We have got the mother, that sister today.
Uyakwazi uhamba kumamakhe azame ufike exoxela umama wakhe.
Okay, this is making me very emotional.
Again, when we talk about my child-headed families, we realize what as the older, you have to take care of the house. You clean the house, you go and fetch water, you do laundry, all house chores, the gardening and stuff. By the time you go to school, most of them we might be going to school and stuff. So by the time so come to school, you'll be tired. You lose concentration, leading to the failure at the end of the day. So absenteeism rate yakho igcina isikhwela. So sevenza kuchayo 8 semphuzile vele ekugcineni the end result ukuthi ugcina usudropile out of the school totally. So
especially point ngengayithanda like vele angeke concentrate esikolo ukwazi ukuthi okay endlini
there's no fault.
Vele loba kuthiwa uyayibhala imaths loba kuthiwa uyanjani vele
there's a lot
you want to play your A game esikolo.
All right.
And ngicaza ngadrop isikolo abanye balokho they turn to drugs, substance abuse, and they drink alcohol, and they do everything. They keep stress. No endlini akulampuphu zayenzani. Keep a very cautious, like they forget it.
Yeah, crime rates, even higher crime rates. It's also engage into, especially when they boy,
Right, especially abantu abasigqilezela ezindlini. Angeke uthole ukhulu ohamba kodwa ngama-youth. Of which I feel like ama-youth angikhona yibona lawa nje who are from childhood. Because
you have to take care.
Yeah. So what we're then saying at the end of the day is in this child-headed family, of course it might have its positives in teaching you to become a responsible individual, but the way it's coming is not the way it should. You should learn responsibility from maybe having both parents giving you pocket money. You learn how to spend from there and on and on. But even as you become a responsible individual at the end of the day, there are so many negatives to this type of a family. So what then are we saying at the end of the day? What are you saying, ladies, to quite a number of people listening to you who are living in a child-headed family or have just recently found themselves in a child-headed family because they lost their parents due to COVID-19 and circumstances like that?
I feel like what I can say to them is very strong. Very strong.
Okay.
But then hambi lapho ongamelanga bekhona just to get money. If ungumntwana maybe 18-year-old girl, engazitholi esesembhedeni with a 53-year-old because ufuna imali, because you need money yabo. Kulendlela eziningi zokuthi khona adinga imali. Isengakwanisa ukudinga umsebenzi, even though uyathanyela, it's fine.
Yeah.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Exactly.
You won't die. Okay, so I think what I feel like I want to say to everyone is I'm especially targeting the relatives. Just because my parents died today due to COVID-19 and you relatives are out there, don't leave these kids to live alone or to stay alone or to tell them we'll take care of you there. There are things that are more important in life than food. there's love.
Mhm.
There's
Yeah.
me sitting with you talking.
Attention.
There's support. There's attention.
Yeah.
You know, we could actually ruin the mentality of a 7-year-old
Mhm.
who came today at Dwewe, just a nice picture to come and show the sister, but today's sister is on a bad day.
Mhm. Mhm.
And why do we have to have this sister on a bad day when we could have had a relative who comes and checks up on you to make sure you're okay? And to the friends who have friends living in a child-headed family, check up on your friend as well. Make sure she's okay. Things happen to one today, it could happen to many tomorrow. You could be in the same situation. Therefore, you need to know how to learn to handle this one.
Uh-huh.
Then I once came across this one where there's like a child-headed family and then there's grandparents in that child-headed family, and they are also not well.
Mhm.
What do you guys think about that situation where now this child has to take care of siblings and has
Yes.
to take care of grandparents
Mm.
or
It's just something
aunties that are not well? Where can they go? Who can they talk to?
Yeah, that's why we face most of the challenges when we talk about child-headed families, because sokumele udinge indlela ungathula ngayo imali ukuze uhambise your grandparents, your grandmother, your grandfather to the hospital to get medical attention. So indlela esicina sithola ngazo i-fast money, because we're talking about an emergency situation here. So mele abantu abaningi bagcina be-engage into activities that are not self for them.
So
Also, I just want to add, guys.
Okay.
I think for these children, they should also participate and engage with the communities. Because
yes,
if you
engage the
realize,
community.
yes, in communities, there are a lot of projects that are doing.
Yeah.
They are guardians. Each and every household, people are given guardians to go and do the things you're gardening, right? So these childhood families, most of them, they do exclude themselves. So I feel like they should engage.
They
and
should engage
participate.
themselves.
Yes.
All right.
Thank
And
you.
also, I feel like what Pesha said is true. Bayazini, keeper, even as Golo. I'm not sure what's the NGO.
Yeah, give away or beam.
Yeah,
Way of being, yeah.
Beam, ebhadalele abantwana fees.
Mhm.
But bona uyabathola benjani?
Bengahamba.
Yes, yes.
So,
apply for that.
Okay, so what we're saying is there's nothing embarrassing in receiving help
Yeah.
from someone.
Yeah.
Ukuthi ufelwe ngumzali akusiluhlazo. It's not supposed to be embarrassing. When help comes, take that opportunity, grab it with both hands, because today you might be an orphan, tomorrow I might also be an orphan. Really, there's nothing embarrassing
Yeah.
with being an orphan or staying alone. I also came across a situation where a friend of mine was discriminated at school because she lives in a child-headed family. So we understand that she lives in a child-headed family, she's late, escolo, and things like that, Hanti. I also want to say to the teachers in schools and school authorities, let's treat these kids the same way we treat others and show them love. Thank you so much, ladies, for coming and for taking your time to come so that we can talk about child-headed families, the impact that they have on children as a whole. So I'm excited that we got to uncover quite a number of things pertaining child-headed families. And I just want to say to the world out there, make sure you're also your brother's keeper. Let's all make sure that we're looking at these things. We are helping these children in any way possible that we're able to. So make sure you watch this video, you subscribe, share with a friend. Don't forget to leave a comment, because we may not have had as much time to talk about these things, but you have something that you want to say. So leave a comment and catch us on Amplifying Girls TV on YouTube. Catch us on Anchor, on Facebook, and on Instagram. Bye.